Legendary games, you look for legendary performances. That is what we got on Friday night. Welcome inside. It's a playoff edition here on Game Time, presented by State Farm. Casey Stern, Rip Hamilton, Grant Hill. We have a lot to get to on this show, but should we begin with pretty pictures? I think we should. Let's look at how it went down. In game number 6, LeBron, he was kind of ready. Early on, though, he'd lose one of his friends. Not a lot of love here on this collision. Kevin would end up leaving the game. He did not return. You could tell when it happened, the impact. He will get some more tests. They'll reevaluate and continue to evaluate. We hope to see him, obviously, in a Game 7. Spoiler alert, they would get there. Kevin Love, he would not get back on the floor. They'd need some more help. Celtics get a lot of their own from Jaylen Brown. Rip, who got off to a great start. 15 of his 27 in the first quarter.
Oh, he came out super aggressive. You see Marcus Smart makes an excellent pass to Jaylen right down. He was a knockdown shooter all game, especially in the first half.
LeBron carried the Cavs. I mean, lifted them up and carried them every which way you can, Grant, shooting from all over the floor, impacting the game, and really a one-man band for a majority of this contest in Cleveland.
Three-point shooting, facilitating, one-on-one play. You said it best, Casey. LeBron James carrying his team and hitting tough shots over the Celtics.
All 24 first-half minutes, 25 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, an 11-point lead. And then this classic play.
The rundown right there, that's what he's been doing, especially in the last 15 years he's been in the league right there, just running guys down. It's happy to see him starting to do that again.
Give a lot of credit to George Hill, played real well tonight, had 20. Here's a shot over Al Horford, who did not have a good game in any phase of it. Here's who did. Terry, who was finally J. Hill scary on the road. He was brilliant in the third quarter, ended up with 28 in the game.
And you know what I love about Boston? When somebody's hot, they find them, they recognize it. Rozier carried them.
From scary Terry to a scary moment. Looked like there should have been almost 2 fouls on the play, but in the background, there goes LeBron on the ground, writhing in pain. He'd end up eventually getting up. We wondered whether or not he would stay in the game. Stay in the game, he did. He seemed to play better after this.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That looked like a little contusion. It might hurt tomorrow, but the dude is just, man, he's like He-Man. I don't know. He came down the next play, bully ball all game long, in there getting an offensive rebound. And, man, can't nobody hold the king.
Well, he definitely had the power of Grayskull and then scum with this game. It was ridiculous. Here's more. He had back-to-back threes to close things out. Grant, they had cut it down to 7, Boston had, and these were just daggers.
Daggers, indeed. Tough shot after tough shot. Great defense, but better offense. LeBron James, that's his little patented move right there. Gets to the left, little sidestep. And when he's in his rhythm, he's usually automatic.
7th, and this is not a 7th 40-point game of this postseason, which is just remarkable. 46-11, how dare he miss that one assist. 9, played 46 minutes. So at this age, after all of those minutes, how is it even possible, LeBron?
I have a drive. I have a love for the game. I have a passion for the game. And while I have the opportunity to lace my shoes up and put a uniform on, then I try to go out and do my job to the best of my ability. And does it always work out in a win? Obviously, no, I'm not undefeated in my career. Does it always, me playing great? I haven't always played great in my career, but I just always wanted to try to maximize, when I'm on the floor. And I've been able to do that in my 15th year so far.
Greatness, I think, championship pedigree, giving it his all. And, we needed that, especially when Kevin went down, we had to play Bron as being mental we had to. So, he delivered. He was up for the challenge. He carried us home, as usual.
Got to get ready to play. Got to get ready to play at a high level, just like every other game. And then, it's win or go home. So it'll be, it's an absolute blast to prepare for as a coach and play in as a player. Be a heck of a challenge. Playing a really good team with, obviously tremendous individual player and who put on a tremendous show tonight.
And you know, our crowd is unbelievable. You know, one of the best fans in basketball. So you know, we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. And like Coach said, it was the best 2 out of 3. We got to go back home for Game 7. We got to take care of business.
I don't know even what you could say necessarily about what LeBron did. We know G. Hill is going to end up with him in the Hall of Fame. I mean, he may be the greatest of all time, and he showcased that tonight. What'd you see?
I'll tell you what, he's making a case for it here with his performance, and it was just absolutely spectacular. In the words of Warner Wolf, let's go to the videotape here. LeBron James dominating, really his physicality. And right here, it just, no one's on him, just drives to the basket. Poor defense here, and he's so strong. Oop, get off me, little fella. Kind of like when I go to the paint against Casey. And right here, just using his body, his size, great agility, touch. Of course, he can beat you with the pass. If you weak side, you cheat. You don't have an eye on ball and man, and you cut, LeBron James will find you. He heads right there for Jeff Green. And then a nice little pick and roll action, force the mismatch, mouse in the house. Now look, Boston, great help side defense. 4 guys on the weak side in the paint, boxes and elbows. But LeBron James finds the open man, and Jeff Green got more minutes, 31 minutes tonight, knocks down the open 3-point shot. So just a sample size of how LeBron James can beat you so many different ways. Off the pass, transition, of course, shooting the jump shot. He was spectacular. He was on fire. He was LeBron James.
You could see his teammates, you mentioned Jeff Green there, Rip, getting more and more excited and into it, playing alongside that greatness, and George Hill was certainly a big part of that. He talked about the fact he knew he did not play well in Game 5, needed to play better, led the charge, and was part of a group that, look, especially without Kevin Love, did a really nice job.
Oh, it was a great opportunity for him. I mean, like you said, once Kevin Love went out early in the game, it was an opportunity where you bring in a more athletic guy, a guy that can definitely defend on the perimeter. But he was there for LeBron, especially on offense and defensive glass. You know, and these guys, if the other guys are just out there and being in the right position at the right time, LeBron is going to get you open because he demands so much out there, you know, from the defense, just always keeping their eye on him. If you just keep moving without the ball, he's going to find you.
Mentioned defense. Grant, there were steals. 50-50 balls went the Cavaliers' way. You expect some of that at home, but give them a ton of credit. Their effort from bell to bell was fantastic defensively tonight.
It was really fantastic. I mean, the effort, multiple plays. A lot of times here, you can't diagram this defensively. It's just effort, it's energy, it's desire, and you saw that collectively from this group. We haven't seen that consistently with Cleveland throughout the season and even in the postseason, but at home when they need it, they step up, they get it done, they got it done here. Question is, can they do it again on the road in Boston?
For the Celtics, I think clearly one of the players that will have to play better, Al Horford,
Yes,
who did not play well tonight. And I'm sure, look, he's a really smart guy. He's going to look at the film, not be happy at the worst plus minus, only at 2 points, I think, in the first half. He's going to have to play a lot better.
Well, it's been a chess match all series long. I mean, I think once T. Lue added Tristan Thompson back in the starting lineup, I think the game has definitely changed for Al Horford. It's not just going to be as easy like he's had in the first 2 series. Tristan Thompson does a great job of challenging every time down the floor. And with him constantly running to the offensive glass, Horford got to worry about him on that part of the game, too.
All right, for us here in the studio, we're apparently going to do a drill of some sort. Well, where's Coach? Czar, where are you? Coach is up here. We'll come back. We'll talk about Chris Paul, the injury in game number 6. In extended minutes, 31-plus minutes. Scored 14 points. Was big in a win. We deserved a conversation with our own 3D.
Okay, thanks, guys. Here with Jeff Green, one of the stars of tonight's game. And, Jeff, when the coach says stay ready, be ready, you never know how many minutes you're going to get. When you saw Kevin Love go down, what went through your mind?
Be ready. You know, it sucks that he went down, but, you know, our motto is next man up, and that's how I had to be. Myself, Larry came in and gave us great minutes. Kyle played great, so it's a collective effort.
It looked like the intensity went to that next level. You knew you guys had your backs against the wall, but you stepped up to it.
Yeah, most definitely. It was want to go home. So we knew we win. We play another day, and we going into a hostile environment, and we got to bring the same energy on Sunday.
And how were you guys able to overcome that first quarter? Because that was the theme in this series. Whoever wins the first quarter normally wins the ball game, but not in this game tonight.
Yeah, not tonight. We just had to keep our composure. We missed a lot of easy shots in that first quarter, so we had to keep our composure but continue to attack and, up our defense and intensity.
You've been around LeBron James now for a while. When you see him kick in the way he did in that second half, what goes through your mind?
I feel sorry for the other team. He's been doing that all year for us, and it's great to watch. I'm glad he's on our side.
And not knowing what Kevin Love, how he's going to feel, how do you guys prepare for a huge Game 7 in Boston, a hostile environment?
Just be ready. I know it's one game, and going to what we talked about beginning of the year. Everybody has to come prepared, come ready, and be ready to leave it out there on the floor.
All right, 3D Jeff, thank you very much. Let's look ahead now a bit to game number 7. Rip, take the Cavs. Give me one thing that's got to happen if they're going to win game 7.
They can't turn the ball over, especially on the road. I think a lot of times this team gets in trouble when they turn the ball over multiple times early in the game. So if they can control the pace, get out in transition, get easy baskets without turning the ball over, good things should happen for the Cavaliers.
Grant, 10-0 at home. So far, that's been big. What has to happen for Boston to win?
Nothing like a Game 7 to go to the NBA Finals that these guys faced. The enormity of the situation, they have to play hard with a lot of energy, but keep their composure. Cleveland's going to throw everything at them. This is going to be the toughest home game they've had, but they got to, be ready to play hard. Forget about matchups, forget about plays. It's going to be about who's going to play harder, who's going to have more energy, more effort, who wants it more. You got to go take it if you're Boston. Don't just assume because you're home you're going to win. You have to fight to get it.
Kevin Love being out didn't seem to affect this team and actually opened the floor and seemed to allow other guys like George Hill to do more. If he doesn't play, how much, if at all, does that hurt them?
It hurts them from a rebounding standpoint, but if you look at tonight, they still out-rebound them tonight 44-31, so by 14 rebounds. So I think that it kind of opens their team up when you bring Jeff Green out there. They're quicker in transition. The other guys really are a bigger part of the offense. So hopefully J.R. Smith can find his shooting touch because, he's either hot and cold, and hopefully he'll be hot in the next game.
All right, I don't want to give you nightmares going back to thinking about all the NCAA tournament coverage, but some brackets, Grant. There's something.
Is this March or May? Where are we at?
Here's where we are. A Game 7 coming in the East. Game 6 in the West.
Happy Friday.